Hey guys, I just watched video 56 here, and I'm going to be recording that video in a moment. But one of the things that Richard said, well, a couple of things Richard said, was, sometimes, you're chunky from early childhood. Sometimes you put on weight later on. Sometimes tragedy causes it. And I was kind of a mix of all three. I mean, I wasn't born chunky, but I had recently been given this booklet back. This I got when I graduated high school in 2006. My dad and his then girlfriend made this scrapbook for me. Since this is from my graduation party, which would have taken place on baccalaureate weekend, I think. So this was given to me at the end of May. My dance recital was the week after graduation. So we didn't have my dance pictures yet. I think I have them somewhere. I'm going to see if I can track them down. Just to kind of give comparisons. And these are in a weird order, I feel like. Okay, so we're going to go in order as best I can. Kind of chronicling my journey back and forth. And I'm going to kind of talk about what happened here. Some of it I know what happened, some of it I don't. Okay, so just to show that I wasn't always, heavy, this is me, 1992. Our songs this year were Le Freak and YMCA. But as you can see, I slowly get chunkier and chunkier. I know chunky isn't the best word for this, but at the time of my last dance recital with this particular company, sorry, I'm trying to cover the name. Please don't pay attention to things. Please don't search these places. But this is me in third grade. I just realized I'm not wearing my mic, sorry. This is me in third grade. This is probably me at my heaviest. Well, that and this picture here. I think these two, I'm at my heaviest. Hi, Lonnie. So, now we go this way. And this one has a mix. So, let's start with when I get back into dance. So this would have been 2000. The theme was Millennium Dance Jam. And I know I probably just gave away what dance studio I went to. So I'm going to try cover. Sorry. I have some loose stuff in here. But this is me in the 6th grade. I would be 13 years old in this picture. Here's the kicker with that particular picture. That was taken less than a month after I was hit by a car on my bike. I had this huge road burn from here to here on my face. And I'm not wearing makeup in that picture. And I obviously do not have scarring from here to here on my face. So yeah, that healed up really well, actually. But let's fast forward to 8th grade. Because I feel like this particular picture, even though I'm close to what my lowest weight was, which was around 165 pounds when I was in the 9th grade, I still look at this picture, I see my thighs, and I go, but, okay, up we go. This would have been my jazz picture. Yeah, the legs, I'm sorry. I will preface this by saying that, I do have some insecurities with my body, clearly. Because, for example, this is another picture where I think my thighs look horrible. This would be my ballet picture from 9th grade, sorry. So I would be 16 in this picture. I was held back a year. But you might have seen the one hip hop picture off to the side there. This is the same year. I believe this was taken for Lake Fest. And I think I look very good in that picture. So, as I said, just for comparison's sake, and I was at my lowest weight then. Ooh, this section. this is where we start to get into trouble. Now, again, to preface this, I was a victim of sexual harassment at my job. I was in 10th grade, and these guys were saying schmexual stuff with me. And I did not handle it well. I think part of me thought if I put on weight that they'd leave me alone. Spoiler alert, they didn't. So I ballooned to about 220 pounds. Or 200. It was over 200 pounds, I know that. Because over the summer I went from about 200, and then the following spring I was 175. So I dropped about 30 pounds in a year. Somewhere around there. So as I said, this was when I was being harassed at work. So the hip hop one, this is the jazz and ballet one. The jazz one, you can see that costume's not doing a ton of favors. The ballet one, again, not doing a ton of favors. Then let me go. Then this is the year I'm 175 pounds. And this one picture, yes, I hate the way my stomach looks. I'm not a fan of how my thighs look. But I love this picture. In its full glory, I love this picture. This would have been for Jazz Point. But yeah, I love that costume. In fact, when I did Like Fest my senior year, my solo costume was black and red. And this was, of course, 4th of July. So, very hot. So I opted to wear this instead of my actual solo costume. Which, hindsight, grateful for. There was at least one costume that did not do me any favors. And that's the jazz costume. I remember when we ordered it from the catalog, we thought it looked so cute. And then come to find out that the back was like a low back. I was lucky enough to find a bra in my side that had the clear straps in the back. Otherwise, I know what I would have done, and I don't like what I would have done. But you can kind of see stomach rollage happening. Again, this was less about what I weighed and more about the pose. I do have to show you my solo picture, though, because I love this thing. Of course, I think I have pretty much all my costumes still. There's some pieces here and there that have gone missing, but this was my solo costume. My song was Just Let Me Cry from Ashley Simpson from Freaky Friday, which, by the way, I've never seen. But I was a huge Ashley Simpson fan. And I remember seeing this picture on the cover of the Calais catalog and was like, who the hell would wear that? That is so good. And I was like, it grew on me. It grew on me. I'm going to pause this because I think I might have some of the senior pictures. I think I do. And I'm going to find them. Just a second. Okay, turns out I fibbed. I do not have any of my pictures here that are from senior year. So the closest thing I can show you from senior year, because I did see that my dad had a couple pictures from when we danced at halftime my senior year. We danced to Lose Control by Missy Elliott, which was new at the time. This is one of the costumes I do not have. My capri pants went missing when we did the Miss County thing. And then I accidentally left my sweatshirt at a temp job I was working. So yeah, I haven't seen that in like 20 years. But this is from that year. I am the one in the front with the brown hair. And also this is from my senior year. I think I'm 180 pounds this picture. By the way, I really stunk at point. But I did love the point shoe aesthetic. And I think I still have this whole outfit. I'm pretty sure I do. I just couldn't get rid of it because of my senior pictures. And by the way, if you're wondering what the deal with this is, we had a thing called Christmas in Our City. And this was my first year doing it in the 6th grade. And we did a song called Rudolph Rap. And I actually know which song we did my senior year, which was All I Want for Christmas Is You, the Olivia Olson version from, what's it called? Love Actually. There we go. Took me a sec. We also have some of my theater pictures in here too, so I might be able to find a senior picture in here as well, because I believe, oh, there's another one. There's one of me in 4th grade. That short hair did me no favors. Yeah, we did the play Ramona Quimby, and I was one of the Girl Scouts. I was actually supposed to be the lead Girl Scout, but I ended up getting so shy that they demoted me, basically. How do we not have any pictures from Hercules? Oh, that's why that thing fell out of there, because we don't have pictures from So Much for Tale of Robin Hood. Okay. Okay, I gotta show you this. We did Snow White with a children's theater, and there was a set of characters in there called Spellbinders. And this hairdo, which looked so cute once it was down afterward, was achieved by unfolding a hanger. Like, literally, part of the hanger was curled up and then straight up, and then I wrapped my hair around it and put hair gel in it. It was totally my idea. Oh, this is a good picture of me. This would have been going into senior year. Yes? No. Going into junior year. Or, wait a minute. Sorry, I'm so confused. This is going into 9th grade. So this was me at one of my lowest points. That's me in the middle there. I thought I was fat in this picture, but looking back, I don't look bad. So I definitely had some body dysmorphia happening there. Let's see, Return from Forbidden Planet. Oh, that picture of me as Queen Cash is doing me no favors. But in my defense, I was losing weight at that point. Best Christmas ever. When I was at Tech. We didn't have actual pictures for me in Alice in Wonderland, apparently. Here we go. Oklahoma. For some reason, we don't have Miracle Worker in here. So Oklahoma is where we end. But yeah. I was in the Dream Ballet sequence. But that was not the last play I did, obviously. I did Miracle Worker. And that would other than doing Let My People Laugh at my church, that was the last play I did. But yeah, that's kind of my, sorry, this is making a long noise. But that's kind of my evolution with weight. I have been back and forth numerous times. I don't think I've gotten below 170 in the last 10 years. I would have to, I mean, I have pictures from around 2013 where I feel like I look nice, but those are all on Facebook. I've never printed those pictures out. So naturally I'm like 12 years younger, and yeah. But, you know, that's kind of where we're at, and yeah, I thought since this particular day by day video is talking about, you know, having that weight on you all along, and, you know, how it can take a while. I mean, it was, in Barbara's case, it was really focusing on herself and giving time for herself. Like, obviously, back at this point, I was giving myself a ton of time. When I was a senior in high school, I was in, oh my gosh, tap, jazz, hip hop point, jazz point, plus I had a half hour every week for my solo. So I was at the studio 5.5 hours a week. So I was definitely taking care of myself. I was doing plays. So that was, again, another probably 5 hours a week. Speech, once the speech season kicked in, I was doing like a half an hour practice during the week. And then tournament would basically be all day Saturday. So I was definitely taking care of myself back then. I mean, one of the things I've said in the past to people is that if it hadn't been for dance, I don't know what I would have done after my friend died. No clue. Part of me feels guilty that I was at her wake and then went to dance class. But something that needs to be understood was that I was trying to maintain some form of normal. And just to kind of clarify things here, I remember up to her funeral pretty clear. But after the funeral, my memory just goes for about a month. At least a month or two. There's bits and pieces I remember, but her death wrecked me big time. And then there was other stuff that happened too that led to other things that ended up happening. So, I mean, a lot of things can impact weight, and you really do need that self-care factor, that giving yourself time to really grow from it, be it, grow healthier in a physical aspect, growing healthier in a mental aspect, growing healthier in a spiritual aspect. So, yeah, I have now officially forgotten part of what's in that video, so I am going to take a look at that again and get that video up. Sorry about the sidetracking. He had mentioned the childhood thing, and I was like, you know what, I want to go through this. So thank you guys for watching, and I will get that taken care of.